The biggest step a lot of times is just coming through the door. That takes a lot of courage. I would say Sobriety House is just the conduit, right? Like, they do the work. We're just providing some tools, teaching them some life skills, coping skills to help them on that path. So we are a nonprofit organization in the city and county of Denver. We've been here for going on 57 years, and we provide drug and alcohol treatment, primarily residential, for our adult clients. We have a pretty extensive continuum of care to provide quality services. I think a couple of things that set us apart from other organizations: we have 2 registered therapy rabbits that come to Sobriety House at least monthly and interact with the clients. There's a lot of science behind the physiological effect that animals can have on people and calming anxiety and that kind of thing. And then my predecessor, Bill Dolan, who was with Sobriety House for 40 years, he's fully trained in biofeedback. So he still comes and volunteers. It's an evidence-based treatment where he puts little nodes on people and measures their breathing, helps them learn how to breathe to manage anxiety, and provides biofeedback for our clients on a regular basis.
And for me, like, I can personally relate to a lot of the hardships that people go through, because my story is not easy. You know, I came to this program for a reason, and people walk through that door when they've hit rock bottom. To see them come through this program, I just get hopeful though, because I know what life can be like for them. It's really cool because I did phase 1 and I did phase 2, and I moved to our sober living apartment complex, and I did outpatient, and then I got a job here. So I'm like living proof that this community works, that Sobriety House works.
When you look at addiction, some people just like see you for what you are right here, but they don't know what you're going through in here. Mental health is one of the biggest parts as to why people use drugs and alcohol. And if you are experiencing trauma and you want to like just put a mask it as much as you can because of how strong it is, that's how you know you really need to like dig deep at your own pace to look at the trauma and other like directions and like fix it. Granted, it's never gonna go away, but it can get better and it can be easier to live with on a day-to-day basis. If you do not like work on your trauma, it's gonna be really, really hard for you to get sober.
It's just a real blessing to have that type of support, and to know that I have people that, you know, are willing to help me and willing to, you know, support me and be that inspiration and be empowering to me moving forward. You know, it's so important to have places like the Sobriety House because, you know, you just, it feels like a family. You know, it's more of a home feeling.
There's a stigma with addiction, right? And a lot of people still think it's a moral issue. Just choose to stop, and they don't understand the disease of addiction. So the more people that we can help get sober for the long term, then they become productive members of society, turn around and help other people, putting tax money back into the system to continue to help more people. Crime is reduced. The cost to our hospitals and criminal justice systems is reduced overall. I mean, there's just a huge ripple effect when the community as a whole gets better.
It's so important to me because Sobriety House really did save my life. And I don't know if I'd be here today if I didn't come through this program. And I definitely wouldn't be the person that I am today if I didn't come through this program. I now have a wonderful place to live, an amazing job, and my family wants me around, and you know, every aspect of my life has just, I'm just happy. And I wouldn't have that without Sobriety House.
There were some days where I never thought that this was gonna get addressed and it was never gonna get taken care of. And finally, when I'm starting to see like the progress.
And people need us to do this work. And in the community, there's just such a great need that our organization by ourselves could never fulfill completely. But for every one person that stays sober for another day, then that's another chance and an opportunity to save someone's life. And I feel that in the end, literally what we're helping people do is save their own lives.
Special thanks to Caring for Denver Foundation and Rocky Mountain Public Media for the production of this video.